In the United States, voter turnouts have historically been low for 18 to 29-year-olds. But according to the United States Census, those numbers are on the rise. To make sure this trend continues, Sandwich High School hosted their first ever State Senate Candidates Forum and mock election.
Today we have candidates for the special Senate election coming to our school, and we are holding a candidates forum. What that means is the candidates will be up on stage and they'll be able to tell the student body, the junior and the senior class specifically, a little bit about themselves and answer some questions that have been forwarded as well by some of the students.
Studies show that students are more likely, or young people specifically, to participate in their civic duties and voting more in the future if they start off at a younger age. So that's what we wanted to do here specifically. I know the state has been trying to push civics curriculum more and more, and so that's something that we have been really focused on, myself and Mr. Welch, this past year. It's really making sure that students know the importance of their voice and then how to use their own voice as a mechanism and an ability to bring about change in their government.
The mock election was designed to replicate the electoral process, starting with a form and concluding with students casting their ballots in simulated voting booths.
Before the event, we actually put out a survey to all juniors and seniors to allow them to sort of put in issues that they cared about and any questions maybe they wanted to ask them, so that way we were able to come up with extensive questions that we thought were representative of what the students themselves wanted to know. So we are having a forum. So we're going to have one forum for Republicans. Unfortunately, Jay McMahon, the other Republican from Bourne, couldn't be here, but Jesse Brown is going to be here. And then we will also have a Democratic forum. Once we hear from all of the candidates, then we'll move into sort of that voting procedure. And so we have a bunch of student volunteers who are going to sort of act as the pollsters or clerks, as you will, and they'll sort of be checking people into voting and going to the voting booths. And the whole idea is to sort of simulate the entire process of voting, so that way people get that experience.
Sandwich High School hopes the mock election educates the next generation of voters on the importance of civic participation.
I think that this is specifically going to be really important, not only for the educational value for students learning about state politics, learning about who their next state senator will be and the importance of voting, but also I think this will be sort of important for the public because it'll show who students and young people are sort of leaning towards.
I think that students are going to have reinforced to them the importance of civic participation, especially with politics being what they are these days. This particular age group is becoming more and more active, and I think that's a very useful opportunity for them to meet these potential leaders in front of them today. One of them is going to be their senator.
The results of the election determined Jesse Brown won the Republican ballot with 96.1% of votes. Thomas Moakley won the Democratic ballot with 47.5% of the votes. In East Sandwich, for Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tullock.